Dark.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Shot in the Dark. I am your host, John Siino Evil here. Let's get right down to it. AEW Dark Elevation starts with the Gun Club, still undefeated at 19-0, defeating the team of Nasty Russ, T-Money, and Sean Cook. All local talent here making their debut. Billy Gunn gets the pin on T-Money after the Faymaster. Nyla Rose, The Buddy, and Emi Sakura defeated Ryo Mizunami, and Skye Blue. A finish came when Rose caught Blue jumping off the second rope right into the Beast Bomb for the pin. Real innovative finisher here. The Hardy family office still standing strong. Matt Hardy, The Blade, and Isaiah Cassidy defeated the team of Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, and Allen 5 Angels from the Dark Order. Fun match here. Isaiah Cassidy rolls up Allen 5 Angels for the surprise win. Andrade El Idolo defeated Lord Crew, making his debut easily with his DDT, which he also calls El Idolo. I guess they can't really say El Ido T. I don't know. That really wouldn't work for him. Ruby Soho defeated Charlie Cruel, making her debut easily with the No Future kick. Soho actually came out with Billy Rock, who's her longtime trainer, as she's there from Indiana, so she had a lot of people behind her. In the main event, John Silver defeated QT Marshall with the Spin Doctor. A nice little main event here. The crowd was fully behind Silver. Tuesday's AEW Dark, Powerhouse Hobbs defeated Jason Strife, making his debut with a torture rack. Strife has appeared on 205 Live. Andrade El Idolo defeated Jossie by submission. Quick work with an armbar. Jossie has appeared on Dark previously. Sean Spears and Wardlow defeated Eric Cannon and Rennie D. Rennie's making his debut. Cannon is a local here. He gets a pretty big reaction. Wardlow pins Rennie D after 4 power bombs. Ruby Soho defeated Hyon in a minute with a No Future kick. Too Fast, Too Fuego defeated Kit Sackett and Brandon Gore when Fuego del Sol, or Fuego number 1, gets the pin on Gore after the Tornado DDT. The Acclaim defeated Allen 5 Angels and Colt Cabana. Max Caster made fun of Minnesota, voting for Jesse Ventura, questions why they are called the Dark Order if all their members are white, and says that Prince's music is overrated, which got a lot of boos here. Max Caster pins Cabana after Bowens hits him with the boombox. By the way, I'm calling it right now. Next week, AEW, Dynamite, or Rampage in Chicago. The main event is going to be CM Punk versus Colt Cabana. Just a prediction. Back to Dark. Rio, Chris Statlander, and Ryo Mizunami defeated Nyla Rose, The Buddy, and then Emi Sakura. Fun match, just a little bit all over the place, but Statlander does pin Sakura after the Big Bang Theory. We get a big 8-man tag here with Lee Johnson, Brock Anderson, the Varsity Blondes, defeated JD Drake, Ryan Nemeth, Aaron Solo, and Nick Camarado. Lee Johnson gets the pin on Drake after a frog splash and a spine buster from Brock Anderson. The match was fun. Haven't seen a bunch of these guys in a while, like the Varsity Blondes and the Wingmen. We even got a spot here with Arn Anderson transforming into Armed Anderson by pulling the Glock and shooting QT Marshall outside. John Silver defeated Peter Avalon with the Spin Doctor, so Silver's racking up a bunch of singles wins lately. Sonny Kiss, haven't seen Kiss in a while, defeated Adam Grace easily with the stunner slit that he does. 10 defeated Mikey Wild easily with the full Nelson, and Scorpio Sky defeated Craven Knight, making his debut with the TKO. Ethan Page was on commentary with this, and he was pretty entertaining along with Taz. WWE NXT UK, we have Mark Andrews defeating Nathan Frazer. This is a fantastic match. It ends up with Andrews trapping Frazer in a roll-up for the pin, but these two are like mirror image. If you ever see that Spider-Man meme of them pointing at each other, that's what it felt like to me. It felt like kind of like an older Peter Parker fighting a younger version of himself. Definitely gave me those vibes, but definitely check this match out, and hopefully big things for Frazer in the future. We go to A-Kid, who's backstage and confronts Sam Gradwell about the words from last week, and he challenges him to a match, which we'll get. We go to Pretty Deadly, where they're at a live Magic Mike show. They're like learning some new moves from the dancers, and they're also teaching them some things as well. Yeah, real interesting here. Kenny Williams bumps into Saxon Huxley backstage, who chases him off and calls him Kenny Cockroach. Danny Luna defeated Stevie Turner with a sit-out powerbomb. We go to Nina Samuels, her show, where she's trying to interview Isla Dawn, who laughs and walks past her. Samuel starts talking down to Aaliyah James, who happens to be standing right behind her, and says that they should have a match, which they do make. We get a video of Gallus driving around talking about Teoman and Rohan Raja, calling themselves family, and that they will remind them why the Gallus boys are on top. Danny Luna is seen celebrating with Subculture backstage, and Blair Davenport kind of gets in her face. And the main event here, a 4-way match for the number 1 contendership for the NXT UK Tag Team titles. Mustache Mountain, Tyler Bate, and Trent Seven defeated the teams of Oliver Carter and Ashton Smith, Jack Starks and Dave Mastiff, and T-Bone and Primate of Symbiosis. Eddie Dennis gets ejected during this match for getting involved. Pretty fast, fun match. The ending comes with Bate pinning Primate after an assisted burning hammer, and then Pretty Deadly come out and stare down their next challengers, being Mustache Mountain. Impact Wrestling, I'm going to start kind of running down Impact now that I don't do reports for it anymore, I felt like I might as well include it here, especially with Ring of Honor coming to an end possibly soon. So I'll give not too many details. If anything stands out, I'll definitely talk about it in more in-depth. But as far as this past episode, Savannah Evans defeated Rachel Ellering, and before the Impact, El Phantasmo and Chris Bay of the Bullet Club defeated Finjuice. And the winners of this match get to face the Good Brothers at Turning Point. So after the match, they come out, this being the Good Brothers, and they take out LP and Chris Bay, but Hikuleo gets into the ring and goes one-on-one against Doc Gallows, so I'm pretty sure they're going to be having a matchup soon. Minoru Suzuki, in one of his dream matches coming here to the States, defeated Kaleb with a K. I'll be a little sarcastic here. Quick match here, over a minute. Minoru Suzuki wins easily with the Gotch-style power driver. Rosemary and Havoc of Decay defeated Kimberly and Brandy Loren, the Undead Bridesmaids as they're being called, as the inspiration was watching on stage. Mercedes Martinez defeated Madison Rayne. Rayne tried to attack Mercedes with a chair after, but Mickie James comes out to save her, only for Mercedes to take out Mickie James herself. Rohit Raju defeated Rocky Romero after a bit of outside help from Raj Singh. And the main event here, Eddie Edwards defeated W. Morrissey and Matt Cardona in the triple threat match for the number one contendership, so Eddie Edwards will face Moose at Turning Point. NWA Power has JTG versus Slice Boogie in a no contest after Colby Carino and Sal Renaro both get involved. Kiera Hogan defeated Kenzie Page. Melina defeated Skye Blue with her finisher that she calls the California Nightmare. Nice little submission. Joe Gali actually announces that there'll be a brand new weekly NWA wrestling show for NWA starting December 3rd, but does not go into details much besides that. So obviously, if this is new wrestling content, you can guarantee I'll be talking about it on here. Black G's defeated Captain Yuma after a heart punch. They show footage from the by any means necessary show from last week, where Trevor Murdoch is kind of like giving autographs inside the cage that was set up from the main event. And Mike Knox, the former WWE superstar, comes in and attacks Trevor Murdoch in the cage. So they make that match official for Hard Times 2 on December 4th. Trevor Murdoch defended the NWA World Championship against Mike Knox. And the main event, it was the finals of the number one contenders tag team tournament. The end, Otis and Impero defeated Hawx Arie, Luke Hawx, and PJ Hawx. So they will get a tag team title shot against La Rebellion at Hard Times 2. 205 Live had Andre Chase defeated Malik Blade. Blade hung in this match and gave Chase a bit of a workout, but Chase does get the win. Indy Hartwell, making her 205 Live singles debut, defeated Valentina Feroz with a spine buster. In the main event, Roderick Strong defeated the debuting Draco Anthony. Anthony is the former Chase Cruz or Blake Cortez, who came out of Booker T's wrestling school, Reality of Wrestling, and signed to WWE back in August. He's a former Marine. He looks really impressive. The commentary really got behind him, but Strong does give him the defeat with a jumping knee. New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong, we have Alex Zane defeated the debuting Ariya Daivari. These are two former 205 Live wrestlers fighting here in New Japan. Daivari's back on the scene wrestling on AEW as well this past week on Dynamite, so now he is here making his New Japan debut. And this is Zane's first match on Strong since December of 2020. The finish comes when Daivari misses the magic carpet ride with the carpet and all, and Zane hits the taco driver for the win. After the match, they shake hands, and Daivari cuts a backstage promo about how he was forced to use underhanded tactics in WWE just to fit in, but here he's going to change, and he's going to prove it to all of us, and he's going to be a better person. Fred Rosser and Rocky Romero defeated Danny Limelight and Tom Lawler. Finish came when Rosser fell back and pinned Lawler while he was on a chokehold. That commentary played off as a big surprise. It's the first time that Tom Lawler has been pinned in a New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong ring. After the match, Limelight grabs a pair of scissors, and Team Filthy comes out, takes out Romero and Rosser. Lawler puts Rosser to sleep as Team Filthy starts cutting off Rosser's hair. This is the second haircut angle that I've seen in wrestling this week, including Cameron Grimes. And this explains why Fred Rosser had a bald head at the Battle in the Valley show, which, by the way, I did write a report for on postwrestling.com. You can check that out. Jay White defeated Fred Yehai with the Blade Runner. Good showing from Yehai. After the match, Jay White calls out a couple wrestlers and says people from AEW, Ring of Honor, and Impact have been challenged him, but he always kicks their ass, and now he's opened up the door in Strong for an invitation for anybody in any company to come and challenge him. In the main event here, Minoru Suzuki defeated Chris Dickinson with the Gotch-style power driver. This is actually their first encounter, as it was taped before Bloodsport 7 for GCW, where Suzuki won as well. This match I enjoyed a little bit more hard-hitting here, and speedy recovery to Dickinson, who did get an injury at Battle in the Valley. Ring of Honor. Speaking of reports, there's a report for Honor for All, where we have new tag team champions there with the OGK, Matt Taven and Mike Bennett, winning the tag team titles. So check that out. But as far as this show goes, Silas Young replaces Caprice Coleman on commentary, since the first match is Caprice Coleman defeating Ken Dixon by disqualification. It was supposed to be Beer City Bruiser, but he said that Coleman didn't deserve to wrestle him, but if he could beat Dixon first, he will fight Bruiser after. This is Coleman's first singles match in Ring of Honor since 2018, where he fought Jay Lethal. Coleman had the match won, but the Bruiser came in and attacked Coleman, causing a disqualification. Matt Taven and Mike Bennett, the new tag team champions, defeated Flip Gordon and PJ Black. The story here is that Flip Gordon is still thinking he's in 2018, and PJ Black is kind of acting as his doctor to help him remember things. So the finish came with Gordon super kicking PJ Black by accident and then getting pinned by Taven after a spike pile driver. The main event here was the Righteous. Vincent, Bateman, and Dutch defeated the Foundation, comprised of Jonathan Gresham, Tracy Williams, and Red Titus. They did come out with Jay Lethal, and Vincent starts the match showing a video of Jay Lethal saying, "I don't like the Foundation, I don't like the Foundation, I don't like the Foundation." It seemed to be a little bit edited to make Jay Lethal look a little bit bad. But this caused the Foundation to argue a little bit, and Jay Lethal actually went backstage. Maybe he's right off. I don't know if he's going to make any more appearances for Ring of Honor, but he's obviously debuting in Dynamite tonight. So it should be interesting how they kind of write him off of Ring of Honor. Dutch gets the pin on Red Titus after hitting a Boss Man Slam. On main event, Austin Theory defeated Akira Tozawa and John Morrison defeated Shelton Benjamin. We had a Tribute to the Troops episode this week, where Big E defeated Dolph Ziggler with the big ending. Robert Roode tried to attack him after, but Big E takes him out as well with the big ending. Bianca Belair defeated Liv Morgan with the KOD, and Roman Reigns defeated Shinsuke Nakamura with the spear. Rick Books tried to interfere and distract Roman, but the Usos came out and took him out. The W Network editions of the week are ICW Fight Club and Progress Chapter 125, Castle of Illusion. Check out my reports, like I said, on Honor for All and on the New Japan Pro Wrestling Battle in the Valley. And this coming weekend, I'll have a report for Impact Wrestling's Turning Point. So I'll still be doing those Impact Plus pay-per-views and regular pay-per-views as well. I did check out House of Glory last week with an amazing main event with Amazing Red, no pun intended, against Will Ospreay. Really good match. The second encounter after they fought at the Best of the Super Juniors. And after the event, Will Ospreay told Red, if you want to have the third match here, you have to beat this person. And that person was revealed to be Malachi Black, who will debut for House of Glory next month, December. So check that match out if you haven't, with Ospreay and Amazing Red. And I'm sure the Malachi Amazing Red match will be great as well. That is it for me this week. You guys can catch me here next week for another episode of Shot in the Dark.